been called a Cardano fanboy, and you know what? I'll take that. I'm going to explain in this video exactly why I love Cardano so much and why you should be taking interest in it. We're going to start with the man himself. His name's Charles Hoskinson, and he has a very controversial opinion. Charles Hoskinson, pretty much every single time he gets interviewed, says, I don't care about price. And that got me very interested. When I started listening to him talk, it made me realize that his philosophy was exactly the philosophy that we need more of in crypto. We need to stop caring so much about price, and here's why. If you make it, they will come is false. Apple proved that. But if you provide value, then value will come to the person that provided the value. Let me back up. Cardano's vision is to help billions of people become banked, or in this case, online with with cryptocurrency assets financially, and to help them become documented so that they have documentation of who they are, their criminal records, their insurance policies, their titles to their vehicles and their land deeds. They want to help people have documentation, identification, so that they can live a proper modern life. If you are unbanked and you have no documentation of the houses you own or of anything of that sort, it becomes very difficult to live a prosperous life and to grow your wealth. If you live in sub-Saharan Africa, or you live in Afghanistan, or you live in Bolivia, and you have no documentation that you own anything, you're kind of screwed if somebody tries to say, no, actually, you don't own that, I own that. What are you supposed to do? There's no way for you to remediate that dispute. There's no way for you to quell that fear of losing your property. What Cardano is trying to do is Cardano is building tools to reinvent society in a decentralized manner so that people that have been left behind by the traditional banking systems and the traditional government systems can have proper financial tools and proper documentation of who they are, what they've done, and what they own. That's Cardano's vision, and that's Cardano's mission. They want to help 3 billion people to come online financially and through the process of identification and documentation. That's where the whole idea of decentralized identification comes from. That's what they're doing on the continent of Africa. So let's back up to this whole point about Charles Hoskinson not caring about price. Why is that so important? Charles Hoskinson said in an interview a few months ago that it's actually kind of disheartening when you work on something like Shelly for 4 years and it finally launches, which that's one of the developmental areas of Cardano, when it finally launches and there's all these developmental things that happen on the back end and nobody really cares. But when Cardano passes $1, then everybody says, congratulations, Charles, it must be so exciting. And Charles Hoskinson sits there and thinks, man, I could have made a crappy cryptocurrency that does literally nothing and got it to go to a $50 billion market capitalization super easily without doing all of this work. It's kind of disheartening when you're trying to change the world and when you're trying to make people's lives better and people only care about the price. He says price doesn't matter because what Charles Hoskinson realizes, and this is the crux of the entire point, this is the crux of the entire video, what Charles Hoskinson realizes is, one, helping people is more important than getting rich. Number one, because to live a fulfilled life, I truly believe it's very difficult to live a fulfilled life if you're so prideful that it's you, and not helping others. But he also realizes that if you want to get rich and you want to have a $50 billion cryptocurrency, a $500 billion cryptocurrency, a $1 trillion cryptocurrency, you truly have to provide value to people. What Charles Hoskinson and the Cardano team is doing is providing value and helping lift people out of poverty around the world through providing financial systems that they are able to work in that actually lift them out of the poverty that they are in. And Charles Hoskinson realizes, crucially, that if you help millions, if not hundreds of millions, if not a couple billion people out of poverty, whoever provides that solution is going to make hundreds of billions of dollars, and Cardano will go to $10, $20, $50, $100. If Cardano succeeds in its mission, which it absolutely is so far, then it will be worth $100 a coin. Hands down, it's just going to happen. So that's the first point I want to make about why I love Cardano so much, is because instead of like all the other cryptocurrencies, not all of the other cryptocurrencies, I shouldn't say that, but instead of what most other cryptocurrency projects that have launched in the last 5 years do, of saying, how do we get our coin price to absolutely moonshot? What Cardano has done is it said, how do we provide value to the end user? And then if we truly provide true value to the end user, then we will truly see our price increase. So that's my first point. My second point is that Cardano is the only major cryptocurrency that goes through scientifically rigorous developments and goes through peer review. I have a background in science. I was going to go into astrophysics. That was my career plan from the time I was 12 years old till the time I was 17 years old. I was going to go into astrophysics, and then after I decided that I wasn't going to go into astrophysics, I decided I was going to go into engineering, and I always wanted to go into some field of science. And what science is the process of coming up with new ways of understanding the world and then verifying them through the peer review process. Charles Hoskinson and Cardano do that because every time that they invent something new, an update to their cryptocurrency, an update to their chain, what they do is they send it through a rigorous peer review process, and they write papers on it so that we can know with a lot of certainty that there are not going to be game-breaking bugs or cryptocurrency-breaking bugs, that they're not going to have to do rollbacks, that they're not going to launch something that's going to break in 6 months, and then you're going to have to start from scratch. They're not trying to build something quickly. They're trying to build something correctly. Let me say that again. They're not trying to build something quickly. They're trying to build something correctly. So about a month ago and change ago, all the backends and everything launched so that smart contracts could come online on Cardano. In doing so, a lot of people said, well, finally you have smart contracts. It's taking you long enough. Ethereum has had smart contracts for years, and now you're just getting smart contracts. You must suck, Cardano. No. You know how many issues Ethereum has had developmentally because they rushed the development of so many different things? It launched as proof of work, now it's trying to go through proof of stake. Because Cardano takes its time, it's not going to go through the same developmental troubles that Ethereum and many other cryptocurrencies do. They are doing it correctly, they are not doing it quickly. I love that philosophy. I would much rather do something and it take 4 years, but do it right and not have to spend 10 years trying to fix it, then do it in 2 years and have to spend 10 years trying to fix it. So Cardano, not only one, is a very successful project that I love because it is truly trying to provide value, and money will come when you provide value, but two, it is the most scientifically rigorous developed cryptocurrency in the history of the entire industry. Those two reasons are two of the biggest reasons why I love Cardano. My final reason, and I'll wrap it all up in a bow after this, is the man himself, as I said, Charles Hoskinson. Charles Hoskinson cares about people. Charles Hoskinson not caring about price was the first thing that got me interested in Cardano, because I don't care about growth on the channel. I don't care about Twitter growth. I don't care about views, insofar as I don't want to get Twitter growth and YouTube growth and subscriber growth and viewership growth if I'm not providing value. I want to provide value to you guys. I want to make your life richer. I want to make your life more fulfilled. I want to help you find financial freedom, financial sovereignty. I want to help you live a purpose-driven life. And if I do that, then I know that views and subscribers and growth of our company and growth of our team and growth of our vision will come. But I do that by first investing in you guys, and then what I want will come. I give humbly. I try to give humbly. I don't want to say that I'm humble, but I want to try and give humbly. That's my desire, is to try and give, and then I will get what I get from that, because when you provide value, value will come back. So the third reason that I love Cardano is because Charles Hoskinson, the man himself, understands that. Every entrepreneur who has ever built a major company, and by major I'm talking about $1 billion a year in revenue or up, understands that if you chase the money, it won't come. But if you chase user value, subscriber value, customer value, then you will end up building a major company. The more value you provide to the end user, the more money you will make as an entrepreneur. Charles Hoskinson understands that. My final point is this. You have heard me say many times, price is downstream of fundamentals. Fundamentals are upstream of price. What does that mean? The stronger your fundamentals are, the more value you provide, the more your price will increase. Period. You can build a crappy cryptocurrency that does nothing and then just get marketing out there and then turn it into a meme like a Dogecoin, and it will go to $50 billion in market capitalization. But did you actually help anybody? And in fact, how many people are you going to screw over whenever that drops from $1 down to 20 cents because there's no fundamental backing of it? I would much rather Cardano sit at $1 for a year than go to $10, everybody buy the top, and then it dropped 90% because it got overhyped. Charles Hoskinson understands, and I understand, and now you understand, that if you provide value, they will come. And if you provide value in cryptocurrency, market capitalization will come. Cardano is the only cryptocurrency, other than Bitcoin, by the way, that does that very, very well. Ethereum does it to a certain extent, but it has its troubles. I love Ethereum. I actually have even more Ethereum than I do Cardano, so I'm not knocking Ethereum. But I am saying that this is why I love Cardano. You guys have asked me, Jeb, why do you talk about Cardano so much? Are you sponsored by them? No, I'm not sponsored by them. We never take coin sponsorships. That is something that we have a hardline stance against. We've been offered 6 figures multiple times to do a coin sponsorship. We don't do it. It is completely outside of our core values of integrity and humility. Humility meaning serving others. Humility meaning standing for what you believe in. Those are our definitions of those terms. We don't take coin sponsorships, but we do talk about projects that we find very interesting. I find Cardano very interesting. I find Charles Hoskinson very interesting. And I do believe that Cardano will one day have a $1 trillion market capitalization. And I do believe that it'll trade at $10, $20, $30, $40, $50 in the future. And that, my friends, is why I am invested in ADA. Peace.